they don't give a now because they got what they really wanted, the money part of it. So this is going to be the end of the Jimmy Butler news because he can go, you can sit wherever you want to sit, you can make your coffee all you want, do whatever you want to do. We're not paying you now, so we're good. I don't give a because you don't get money, which means if I owe you $20 million for the rest of the season, God damn it, I don't have to give it to you. That means next year I owe you 52. I done just took 20 right now. So in total, I would have owed you from now to next year $72 million.
He still owe him.
Gilbert Arenas reacts to Jimmy Butler's indefinite suspension. Check out what they had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Jimmy Butler suspended indefinitely. Jimmy suspended the 7 games, came back, played a couple games, was rocking the Suns colorway shoes that did not match with the Heat jersey. Got suspended 2 more games for wanting to take his own flight to Milwaukee. Situations going on out there. Showed up at shoot around today, trying to reunite with the squad. Was told that he would not be in the starting lineup for Haywood Highsmith. Promptly walked out. So do you feel like like you said, if I'm the Heat, I'm trying not to pay him his bread. Can you say that's conduct detrimental to the team? You walking out on your team during a team-sanctioned shoot-around. Are they just trying to poke at him to get what they want?
It's obvious the Heat are going to do everything in their power to irritate Jimmy Butler, but the shoe is on the other foot. When he does it, it is what it is, but if the Heat do it, they try to question Pat Riley and if he still got it. Jimmy Butler, he's pouting. He's being a diva right now. So I'm not mad at the Miami Heat for trolling Jimmy. Let's go ahead and put Haywood Highsmith in the lineup. You can be on the bench. You're not giving it your all anyways when you're out there. Might as well play 15, 20 minutes, and it is what it is. So I'm not mad at the Heat for going back at Jimmy. I would do the same thing.
I mean, we've seen it with the Ben Simmons, right? We've seen where they pretended he had a cell phone in his pocket when it was just the water bottle.
Trolling.
Right? You try to make him do a couple extra line drills and wait till he says no so then you can say detrimental to the team. And this is all it's been leading to, trying to figure out how they can suspend him for the entire season. And then now you can stay home, but you don't cost us a dime.
We don't want you back anyway.
They're not going to lift it, right? They don't give a now because they got what they really wanted, the money part of it. So this is going to be the end of the Jimmy Butler news because he can go, you can sit wherever you want to sit, you can make your coffee all you want, do whatever you want to do. We're not paying you now, so we're good.
But
good chess move by the Heat, and again, I'm rooting for the Heat as far as this situation. At this point, whatever you can get for Jimmy, so be it. I would send him to a team like Utah, send him to a team like the Washington Wizards, and just troll him. And then whichever player you get back in return, hopefully it's a good enough player, I would pay him that money. Whatever Jimmy was going to get, pay that next player some of the money that you probably would have gave Jimmy if he was acting right. So, again, man, send Jimmy overseas if you can. I don't even want to see Jimmy Butler in the NBA anymore if he's going to continue to act this way.
To that point, trade deadline, 10 days, February 6th, Thursday noon, we will be here in the arena covering it. Jimmy has a $52 million player option on his contract that he will exercise if they do not get a trade done. So you're going to owe me 52, whatever you want to do. I will keep showing up.
How much I owe you right now left?
If he exercises that player option.
No. Yeah, you don't see it. From
48.
Today or from 9 games ago, right?
But it feels like he'll get his bread for some of that, right? With
yeah,
the
get some. So moving the rest, he's going to lose how many millions?
So he's scheduled to make $49 million this year. I have never got an NBA check. I do not know how it breaks
So what
down.
left? Well, you got about like 18 million, about 20 million left on that contract. So they're going to take this 20 because he's suspended indefinitely. So that means next year money is technically minus 20 million. So really, if they don't bring him back,
they could suspend him indefinitely for not wanting to for walking out.
That seems egregious.
Yeah, they just keep adding.
If you walk in and they say we starting Haywood Highsmith over you.
To the union, though, to get.
They can try to fight for you.
I mean,
Yeah, he definitely going to try to appeal it, players union, all that great stuff. But again, if you continue to troll the Heat, be a diva, be petty, of course, the organization's going to fight back. This is the only way they can fight back with Jimmy. Let's try to get as much money back as possible before we make that trade. So if you're going to rush the Heat to make a trade, well, you're going to have to lose money in the process. So Jimmy, he could have been cool about it. He could have just played basketball, don't say nothing, give it your all out there, and then have your reps reach out to Pat Riley and the Heat behind the scenes. But if he wants to do this in front of the scenes, we're going to have to take that money from you.
hey, listen, they're going to try to fight, but
Pat
listen.
Riley for this bullshit. You know it's bullshit.
Listen, you keep adding up, bro. You keep adding it. Yeah,
Scheduled to make 49.
So
What is he doing?
So basically,
You walked out of shoot around?
Nick,
Come on, man.
Nick, come on now.
They tested you though.
I get it, but you gotta.
he's falling for it.
You gotta right now. You gotta figure out what side you gonna lean on right now, because if you lean on the Jimmy side, you gotta see how this look for the actual fan. What is the fan thinking? The fan don't know what we go through as players for him to act like this, and you can have a justifiable reason why you say I agree with Jimmy. The fan don't know what we know, so we looking at it from the outside like, hey, Jimmy, what is wrong with Jimmy? What is he doing? Why is he doing that? Why did he walk out of the practice? Why is he showing up with the opposite team's colors on his shoes? What is he doing? Now, Ben Simmons, did he egg this on? He didn't do nothing. He didn't say nothing. Who was his agent at the time?
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul. Rich Paul said, hey, look, don't you say a motherfucking word. We got it.
Facts.
Jimmy, Bernie Lee used to be my agent.
Oh.
And Bernie ain't gonna tell you to shut the fuck up.
Gonna let talk yourself out of paycheck.
Jimmy, shut the fuck up. Bernie, you ain't gonna tell him. Jimmy, shut the fuck up.
Dancing with Bernie.
But he's not
We
saying
can't
that.
have Bernie.
No, if I'm used to flying a
doing
separate plane and now you want to fine me for it, that's weak though.
I'm
But-
finding
but-
you because it ain't.
but you-
everybody else.
But
on
I've
the
been
team not
doing this
it.
forever
But
though.
they know you're doing it now. That's why they f***ing with you. I know you're doing it.
And we not having
We don't like each other.
We
right
don't
now.
like each other. You don't get that
So I'm not
privilege.
letting you get away.
You lost that privilege. So when you antagonize the Heat, all right, so now you got to fly with the team now. If we're going to wait for you where the planes lift off for hours and you just call us back and be like, oh, I'm going to meet you there in Milwaukee, that's a strike against you. Now you're out for 2 games. Now you walk out of practice because you're not going to be a starter. All right, now you're out indefinitely. Now we're going to take multiple millions away from you. You can fight for it if you want to, but right now we're going to take that money off the books and we're going to hold on to that money. So again, it may not be right, but if you want to antagonize and troll the Heat going to do everything in their power to get as much money away from you as possible. I'm all for it.
Wait, with none of this.
So, but how can you find me if you knew I was doing this on a regular, but now that I'm not in there, now I'm not.
It's not a
one of your
privilege.
favorites,
That
I'm
was a
not
privilege, Nick. That was
Yeah,
a
I
privilege.
liked you.
Yeah.
Then
But you
I
can't
don't like
take
you
that
now.
away,
I can
though.
get
Yes, you
whatever.
can.
So
I
that
gave it
money-
to
That's
you.
all it is.
Nick.
So the team should be fined for that.
Why?
Because you let it go, and then now that you don't like
I
me, all
let-
finding you can't do that.
If work started at 10 o'clock and I let you, only you, come at 10:15.
Yes.
Because me and you cool, we
Yes.
buddy, and now you telling me, you, I don't need you. Blah, blah,
You
blah,
think
blah.
you could come
I wanna
in
go
at
to-
10:15
I want to go
again?
to another motherfucking job.
Nah.
And you think you going to come 10:15 now? Your ass better be there at motherfucking 9:50.
But you've been letting me do this
I
for
let you
years.
when you were cool. We
So,
not
but I
cool
could
no more.
use that in the court of law.
you
No, you can't, bro.
The contract says you be there at 10.
I was letting you be
I
late.
looked the other way.
No, it ain't even late. I fly on my own.
I-
Let me
I
fly
let
on my
you
own.
do that.
But now that we got a problem,
No longer a privilege.
I
Listen,
can't
baby.
find
Listen,
out.
baby.
We got these rules
Listen,
here, man. We got
baby.
these
You
rules
was
here.
sleeping in my room. Now you can't sleep in here no more. In the other room you go.
other
he
room.
getting that money back.
Huh?
He getting that money.
You know, like when you get kicked out the house, goddamn it, it's your house, right? I'm allowing you to sleep in when we cool.
allowing
When I catch you doing some bullshit, get your motherfucker. Try to go to court on that.
could you
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Yeah, if it's within the contract, again, he's got to abide by it. And again, he's going to fight it. He's going to appeal it. And he may get that money back in next year or sometime after the season. Who knows? But you can't make it easy for Jimmy. He does this every 4 years. He did it in Minnesota. Don't know what happened in Chicago, but maybe he did it there. Philly maybe could have worked out for him. That probably was the best fit for him. But you be on the BS, man, the Heat going to have to fight back.
Hey, it's what we call I'm in house law. Motherfucker, get mailed here. So
You still get that, but where your ass be
you gonna
at?
have
Where you going?
Where your
Man, I get mailed there. You gotta
At the
give me my money.
Marriott.
You gotta give me my money though.
At the Marriott.
Warner
Fight
Center
for it.
Marriott,
Sleep in
exquisite
here.
hotel.
Yeah, give me my
Shout out to
money.
Von
Sleeping
Boy.
here.
It's kind of
better hope
law,
they-
You know how it works.
They gonna find no trade for him.
Still,
They gotta find a trade for him.
I got
can't.
to.
But look,
ASAP.
No, they gonna wait till the summer.
No.
No.
Yes. Yes. I'm
the
going.
ball just fell in the
Yes.
court.
Yes. It just fell in the water.
The ball just fell.
Nothing's happening. You stuck.
No
you
way.
Stuck. You
No
are
way.
stuck.
He did
You
what?
f***ed it up.
I think they should probably get rid of him. But again, to be petty, send him home for the rest of the season. And then if he opts back in for that $52 million in the summertime, play this game all over again until next February 6th. trade deadline next season. So as a Heat fan, I just want this whole situation to end. But on some business petty stuff, we can run this back. If you want to do this again next season, we can do that. Or maybe there'll be better trades in the summertime, even though the Heat, allegedly, they said they're willing to maybe negotiate a lower deal for Jimmy. If they're looking desperate out there, teams are going to kind of lowball him. So I don't know how the Heat are going to play this, but if it makes sense, keep him away from the team for the remainder of the season, or see if you can ramp up these trade talks and try to get some good players in return, some tradable assets in the near future. We don't want to take back a huge contract like a Bradley Beal and pay a player $60 million. We're going to be in the same situation as the Jimmy Butler situation. So I hope the Heat, they know what they're doing as far as getting rid of Jimmy Butler.
He did one of these.
How?
He did one of these.
You can't.
In college football, they be running, and them goofy motherfuckers see that, and they drop the ball right here. They come in, this mother.
Yes, they try to celebrate right before they
He
score.
fumbled the ball.
This being the end
Because
zone is a fumble.
Now, I don't give a f.
Don't give a f at all. Even if I lose.
You notice I switched I don't give a f.
Yep.
Because you don't get money.
Yep.
Which means if I owe you $20 million for the rest of the season, God damn it, I don't have to give it to you. That means next year I owe you 52. I done just took 20 right now.
Yes.
So in total, I would have owed you from now to next year $72 million.
You still owe him. You still owe him. You can't suspend me indefinitely for walking out one practice. Hell no.
No,
everything else.
that's not it, Nick. Don't stand on that, Nick. That's not it. That's not just the one thing. You're being emotional on that one. It's a cumulative.
They've been working.
It's been a thing, bro. And they sending tape to the.
I got you with a nickel bag. I got you with a goddamn ounce.
Yep.
It's the fly.
And I got you on tape.
So you let me fly my own, but now I can't fly my own. You suspend me for that. Now you said I'm not starting and I walk out. You suspended indefinitely. You can't do that.
So
It's a build-up, Nick. I know you're a pro player right now, pro Jimmy as far as this debate. If it was just one situation where they said he was going to be benched and then he walks out, that would have been the beginning of the end and the start of the suspensions. But this has been a build-up. Every few games, every other week, he's doing some BS. So maybe he can debate that with the Players Association. But again, I ain't mad at the Miami Heat for going about it this way.
it started off, look, 9 games.
You can't do that.
2 games.
2 games.
Now, so they done showed the
And then it's
Nick,
other
they
stuff.
sent in tape.
They showed
tape to the f***ing union in the NBA. These are the reasons why we suspended him. Look at his effort here. We can't accept this. And that wasn't Pat Riley, bro. That was Spo. Y'all don't understand that it ain't Pat and Jimmy. Spo's hiding his hand. It's him and Spo.
They recording it.
You can't
But
tell.
Sean, we know who has the
harder
big
than
whistle
that.
in the Heat organization.
That's because the money
can't
talk up
tell.
here.
But we know who got
all
the big
bull-
whistle.
All right, who do you think started Highsmith? Nobody talking
Spo.
about it. That ain't Pat Riley saying, hey, start Highsmith. Hey, you run your ship how you want to run it. Hey, we not with Jimmy, Pat, so let me do what I do.
But you
Yeah, true. Spo is probably, hiding his hands behind his back. He's one of the main fixtures in the organization, but I would start Highsmith too. We've seen Jimmy Butler not give it his all out there, so why would I have a player playing 40 minutes per game, but playing, half out there? I would put Highsmith over Jimmy Butler any day of the week if Jimmy Butler is going to keep this type of energy.
you don't think Pat
You can't do that. You can't suspend somebody indefinitely.
But it's
I didn't know
Spo.
that since
It's
they
Spo. Spo saying, I don't want him on my team. He's f***ing up the energy.
All right, so
but
trade
even
me.
if
We
Spo
trying to.
cut me.
even if Spo is saying that, you don't think Pat's co-signing on it, saying, all right, you can do it.
It
You can do that.
He getting that
What I'm
money.
saying is, I am. As of today, I owed you $72 million.
He's getting that money.
Right? So I suspend you for the rest of the season. Now I only owe you 52. I can bring you back next year because technically it's only going to cost me $32 million on my books.
And I can
So
trade
I don't
that.
have to trade
And I
you
can
now.
trade that. I could
I
trade
don't.
the 30.
I can. To me, I can trade because
Right.
it only. Because
Wait for the
No,
summer.
right. No,
You see what I'm saying?
But
He's getting that
damn.
money.
Because it's only cost me.
He put himself in the situation Gil talking about, though. Like, they wasn't thinking
I hear
about
what you're
this
saying.
scenario
I hear what you're saying.
until now. You like, hey, that's better for us. Actually, we don't got to pay you. And we'll pay you less if we got to pay you.
But it don't matter.
Yeah, it's all a money game. Again, Jimmy, this may have been the best case scenario. Go ahead and act this way. Let's go ahead and save some money, take some money off the books. Maybe the Miami Heat can make some extra moves with that 20 plus million they'll get from Jimmy. And again, he's going to dispute it. Go ahead and do that, Jimmy. But right now, that money's slowly coming off the books. If that's how it goes, I don't know how the contracts and the money and accounting goes with NBA teams, but hopefully the Heat are able to get this money back and can use this money to make some moves in the near future.
That's just
It don't
52
matter
million
what.
next year, but I took 20 this year
20
off your
already.
contract.
At
Cool.
the same time,
I
you
don't give a
don't know.
if you
You don't know how his contract
Okay.
is built. There's some people that get heavy up front and little in the back.
It don't matter.
He could have got 20 already.
No.
up front.
But it's no
he
matter.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
at-
I said in the back.
He wouldn't be
No,
as
what I'm
aggressive
saying
right
is,
now if
no.
that was the case.
If he got his whole,
get it.
like let's just say he got his whole check.
Bad, bro. He
What,
did.
what I'm saying is, let's say they wrote a check, which is not in his contract. Let's just say they gave him a check for $49 million, and he suspended him the rest of the year. And throughout the contract, it's still, what's the name, per game.
Yep.
So that means if there's $20 million left, he has to write a check for $20 million.
Yep.
But for me, I'm
Come off the
saying
books.
you can't suspend somebody
They
indefinitely
did.
for that.
They
But
did.
I
I mean, we've seen it before.
I'm willing to bet that he get most of that money back.
Nick, you think this scenario right here, where you playing on this team?
'Cause you can't
Hold
tell
on, let
me
me
how-
give you this
okay.
scenario.
Okay.
The scenario is you on this team, the Miami Heat. You are Jimmy Butler. Y'all, you and the coach got some spat, but you the star of the team, Nick. Everybody looking, waiting for you to come in. You come in, everybody like, all right, we about to run the plays. Hey, Highsmith, you in for Nick? You like, what you mean? Oh yeah, Highsmith's gonna start this game. And then you like, man, f this, man. And you walk out. How you think, one, we looking at you as a team?
Bad.
And we
Nasty
struggling.
work.
And we struggling.
We looking at you the same way we been looking at you.
Like you not a real leader, right?
Yeah, you ain't on the team, but
All right,
everybody.
so how the
know you
coach is
wanna-
looking at you?
But they know you don't want to be there.
All right, so now if you know you don't want to be there, you at this practice, and you got this type of energy, why the f would we want you near us?
But we
Kick
got
him
this
out.
type of energy because you doing bullshit. If you gonna tell every time I've been coming back, I start, but now I can't start this time after you.
Because
suspend
you
me?
got in front of the camera and you said, I'm not happy in Miami, and it's never going to be me happy in Miami again.
But you
so,
started me after
you
that.
know,
I want my joy back.
Again, Jimmy, keep being that spoiled brat. And you're going to have to keep the same energy at home. So again, I'm sure he made about 1,000 cup of coffees right now. But still, all that being said, we got to take as much money away from you as possible. And again, I want this to continue to happen. Hopefully we can get Jimmy Butler out of there. As far as trade destinations, I've been seeing the Warriors, maybe the Bulls, the Suns, Milwaukee. But it's all about who they can get back in return for Jimmy. There doesn't need to be any bad contracts in return, just to appease Jimmy Butler. We can't give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, if he didn't do all this BS and this was all behind the scenes, then maybe it would have just been something random and we would have got what we would have got for him. But the more petty that you are, hey, we're going to have to just, keep you out the arena. And we're going to take the money away from you. You can go ahead and fight it if you want to, but you can't make it easy for Jimmy Butler right now.
You started
I
me
can't
after
get
that.
my joy back
You started
either.
me after that. It don't matter. You started me
Because
after
we trying
that.
to
Back at the
showcase
crib.
You suspended me
Because
for
we trying
7
to showcase
games and started me after the 7 games.
Yeah.
Now you don't want to start me.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
what did
go
he-
backwards after.
what
But why
did
did
he
we
do
why
in
did we suspend you after the 7 games?
What did he do?
But
You
look,
was
game.
late to the fucking plane.
I flew my own plane.
Okay, so
But I've been doing that.
but that's a reason why.
I've been doing
But
that.
that's a reason
Got to hold
why.
it against you.
But you can't just start suspending me for shit you've been letting me
You
do.
can't
though.
tell
Like,
me what I
you
can and can't do. I just
I don't think
haven't been
Because we
doing
was
it to
winning
you.
when I let you do it.
Yeah, you
We
coming. Nick,
winning right
you're
now.
acting like
We
a
winning.
real
They-
prima donna right now.
No,
you're acting like a real prima donna right now.
I'm just saying.
Because you know when the ain't on the up and
I
up,
don't read the
when the
script.
on the up and up, you know how I get. When it ain't on the up and up in the NBA, you know how I get.
But they
Start
ain't
getting
on the
taken.
up
All right,
and
now
up.
we ain't
Hey, we ain't doing that no more.
We ain't on the
Say it
up and
again,
up.
bro.
Nah, we ain't doing
when
all
it's
that.
all good,
Nah,
it's
it's all
good.
good.
They
It's
ain't
all
been
good.
good. When have the Miami Heat been good?
They just went to the
They
finals
just
like
went to the
what, 2
finals
years?
2 years in a row.
Thank you.
Like,
Last year they wasn't good.
So again, man, get Jimmy out of here if you can, Miami. Don't rush the process. Don't take back any bad contracts. There are some rumors out there with teams floating around. Hopefully the Heat can do what's best for the organization while still getting Jimmy out of there in a timely fashion. But again, I'm all for the Miami Heat playing the petty game with Jimmy. Yeah, technically, if he would have flew his own plane and things have been like that for like 4 or 5 years, cool. But if you want to play petty, we can play petty against you. Now we're going to hold that against you. Now you got to fly with the team. You got to be a team player, Jimmy. And if you don't want to be a team player, we're just going to suspend you indefinitely.